Hello and welcome. My name is Pratik Patel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to start coding in C++. As you may know, learning to code is a very valuable skill for the future. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, there will be over 200,000 new jobs created for software developers by the year 2022. And according to me, learning to code in C++ is a great start. C++ allows you to have a lot of control over your computer's resources, which makes it a highly performing coding language. In fact, C++ is used to develop many powerful game engines, desktop applications, as well as AAA title video games. The goal of this video tutorial is to help you get started for coding in C++. So let's fire up a web browser and search for Visual Studios. Press enter. Visual Studios is an integrated development environment software from Microsoft, and it is a great tool for coding as it has lots of features which are free of cost with the community version. So now let's click on the first link that appears. Now if you hover over the download Visual Studios icon, you will see Community 2019, Professional 2019, and Enterprise 2019. You want to click on Community 2019 version because that's the free one. Other two versions are paid and it has more bells and whistles, like you can share code and have a large team working on the same project. But as we are just starting to learn to code, we will just use this Community 2019 file. So now click on it and it will start downloading. Yep, it has downloaded. And side note, if you are using a Mac, you can download Visual Studios for Mac from here and follow the prompts on your screen. Alright, after the file is done downloading, run it. And if you're using a browser other than Internet Explorer, you can find this executable file in your downloads folder and run it from there. But I have it over here, so I will just run it from here. So run. Alright, now press continue on the dialog box. This will allow your computer to download additional files for this software. And after the installation is done, you will see Workloads tab. If you jump to Individual Components tab, you will find individual files that you can download for your software. You can also select different languages under Languages pack, and you can also change the location of the downloaded files under Installation location. But we will just jump back to Workloads, and as you can see, we can develop Python code, C++, we got .NET. We can also develop games using Unity and C++, and we can also do Linux development with C++. So as you can see, we have a whole lot of options over here. But for this video, we will just stick to desktop development with C++. And now, as you can see, these files will be downloaded with this package. And you can select additional files if you want, and click on install. So as you can see, the Windows is done downloading the files. So let's launch it. Alright, after launching the application, you will see this window. On the left hand side, you will see all your recent files or solutions that you have created using Visual Studios, or you can open any of the previously created files or folders using these two options. You can also import your code from GitHub using this option. But for this video, I will just start with create a new project. Okay, after selecting create a new project, you can see all the templates available for our project. We have empty project, console application, Windows desktop wizard, Windows desktop application, and many more. But we will just select to empty project. We want to select empty project because there will be no extra code attached to the file. And if you select any other projects over here, it will attach the libraries and code that is needed for that particular solution. So we will just select empty project for now. After selecting empty project, you will see this window. Over here you can change the name of the project. So let's change it to test, T-E-S-T. And you can also change the location of the project. So I will just select desktop for now and select folder. You can also select change the solution name over here and then press create. Now this will create the file. Alright, now we are into Visual Studios. As you can see, we have our source file, header files, resource files over here. So this is our directory of test folder. Over here we have file options. You can create new files, open new files. You can save your files. Then you have build options for your projects. There's the debug options. You can also test, and under tools option you can also select options, and you can change the color theme of this software. So you have dark, light, blue. Right now I have set it up to dark, and you can change it as per your preference. So dark, and then OK. So now let's start with the basic project. So you right click on source files. Now you add new item, and you can select .cpp file, and you can also change the location of that file if you want, and the name too. I will just keep it as it is, and now I will just press add, and I have the file under this source file. Alright, let's start writing a simple program that shows our name. So stack include iostream in main return exit success system pause, and let's write this is Pratik Patel, and so this is our simple program, and now we can run this program. So now you go to build, compile. This will compile our code. So after it is done, let's do build solution. This will build a solution for our project. So now we go debug, start debugging. So now you can see this is Pratik Patel. This is our output. This is our output window. So now you can close it. Alright, let's create a class now. So we go to resource header files, right click, add new item, and now over here we select header files because this is header files section, and you can change the name and the location and then press add. So let's define a test class. So class test class, this will be public. That's the test class, and let's do void method1. And as you can see, we have green lines, so that means we can do right click, quick actions, then we can do create declarations. This will automatically create a CPP file for the class, and now over here you can add your methods. iostream, so let's say constructor is running, and over here let's say cc out, this is method 1, and now we can include these files. So include, as you can see, we already have header edge, so IntelliSense is already detecting our files. Alright, so now we can declare a variable on our test class. Let's say t1, and we can also call the method1. So now let's do this, compile it. Let's build solution and then debug it. So you see constructor is working, this is method 1, and this is Pratik Patel. So our code is running. And besides that, you can also set up breakpoints between this, as many as you like. So what this does is it gives you capability to debug your code without having to manually go through all the files. So this is a really useful tool, and you can use, so now when you do start debugging, it will stop at this process, and you can see all the variables that are declared. So right now t1 is declared, so you can see over here. And now these are three options here: step into, step over, and step out. So you can do step into, and it will go inside the methods, and it will show you entire processes it goes through. And step over will be like just stepping over the lines of code in the program itself. and step out will be stepping out of the debug process, and you will end up with this approve window. So let's close the window and make sure we save our project. So now we do save all, and this ensures that all the files are saved to test folder. So now let's close the application, right? And as you can see, we have a test folder right into the desktop, and we can open the test folder using this as SLN file. So yes, okay. And as you can see, it will reopen all the files. Yep, as all the files are as we left them, and we can save them again. And you can also find the CPP files under test folder subfolder. So this is header.cpp, header.h, source file.cpp. So you can also get your files from here. I also want to mention that you can use Visual Studio Code, Turbo C++, Eclipse, NetBeans, and many other IDEs available for coding. But Visual Studio is much more refined in my opinion. It hits lots of boxes in terms of decent free C++ coding tool. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching this video.